All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another presentation for Elite Esports. Today, it is going to be our Varsity Super Smash Brothers team facing off against the Fighting Vipers of I'm not sure where, to be honest. The school name on the Play Versus website is a little confusing, but nonetheless, there will be a game today between your Elite Academic Academy Eagles and the Fighting Vipers. First up, opening up our best of five today will be the one and only Spectre. Spectre, our resident K rule expert in 8th grade, but is already proven himself to hang around the varsity squad with both his brother and Ha Cha. He is a math whiz, and we can see that in his gameplay as he has some cold and calculated King K rule combos. We'll cut away to the first match as soon as both Spectre and the first opponent are going to be ready. And we are off with game number one of Set number one, it is Spectre versus the first player coming out from the Fighting Vipers. It is a Cloud player, so we'll see what Spectre's going to be able to do here. Cloud immediately charges limit, goes after Spectre, gets a couple swipes off. Spectre backs up, still looking for that opportunity. Does flash to counter there on those quick projectiles, but nothing much, just a quick little 8%. Vipers O2 slides in, knocking Spectre off his feet. Tries to go for an up special, but that time misses. Spectre with the tech and the back air. Does get Cloud up to 45, but now has the limit to play around with. Spectre has to be very careful and gets eaten up by the Cloud limit right there. Tries to go for the counter, but Cloud not biting. This time, Spectre shields and then punishes. Hits Cloud with the blunderbuss, tries to go for it again. Cloud has to use the limit just to get out of it, and Spectre follows up with a dash attack. Now looking to hold Cloud off the stage, and another calculated blunderbuss projectile. Excellent work from Spectre, opening up this match today. As I said, he is calculated. His favorite class is math for a reason, and we saw it right there with a nice calculated cannonball. Now Spectre looking to extend that lead. He has a forward air and then a down air. Tries to go for the smash attack, but just barely Cloud gets out of it. He does manage to grab and toss Cloud off the cliff and then hits him again with the cannonball. He has been very calculated this time. Cloud has to use the limit, but he is nowhere close to the stage, and he will fall off. So now Spectre with all the momentum here, looking to possibly 3-stock, but he is very vulnerable. Cloud can come back. He does hit hard, and the K-Rule hitbox can prove quite the disadvantage against the hitboxes of the Cloud Buster Sword. Cloud gets the limit all the way. Spectre does counter it. Might have been anticipated. And that counter at least just gets Spectre that movement to get back onto the stage. He does recover on the stage, but Cloud holding him off with the barrage of projectiles. Cloud dashes in. Spectre grabs, recognizes it, tries to go for the aggressive spike. But the aggressive spike is still needed as it zones Cloud out, and Spectre takes game one by a score of 3-0. Excellent work from Spectre. Looked a little bit dicey at first, but after adjusting to those Cloud projectiles, he looked natural out there, securing a 3-0 sweep for his first victory of the day. Spectre now stands just 3 knockouts away from securing the first set and giving the Eagles a 1-0 lead. We are back with round number 2 of set number 1. Once again, Spectre facing off against the Cloud, so no changes character-wise for either player, but we are going to have a change of stage. It will be on Kalos Pokemon League for round number 2. Spectre going for some early attacks here. Throws out the crown, gets some jabs off. Cloud comes back at him with an up special and then some down tilts. Trying to get a lot of damage onto Spectre early and possibly get a KO early this time. K-Rool can be very hard to knock out. He's very heavy. And an early limit use from Cloud. Despite the fact he had the limit early, Spectre was right there with the shield. And patient as could be, blocked out that limit. Now he dashes forward at Cloud. Cloud tries to go for it and slash with a forward air. Hits him with the up air. Now Cloud with some of the momentum. Spectre tries to counter. He shields. He waits it out. He dodge rolls and then punishes the shield, but doesn't get enough jabs off to secure a stage advantage here. Instead, Spectre gets knocked out, but he counters the limit. Spectre read it perfectly right on the stage, and Spectre flips the script with a beautiful counter, securing the first KO of the game. And what would have been a KO for Cloud had that counter not come through. Spectre now trying to get some progress onto Cloud's second stock. But a SD from Cloud now leaves him very vulnerable, only at 1 stock left. Spectre didn't have to do anything, maybe just the big intimidating presence of the Crocodile is all that was needed to secure that second KO. Cloud charging up the limit again, but Spectre is waiting. It's used really early. Now Spectre has that advantage to go in, try to wreak havoc. He blocks all the projectiles coming in, approaches with the back air, but left himself open to a down air coming in from Cloud, and was not able to shield the forward air. So now Cloud with the advantage again, has to be extra careful with the limit. Spectre not able to counter that one that time. And a fully charged limit, even against K-Rool, bound to be a KO. Now Spectre loses his first stock of the day. And now, as probably something he wants right back, Cloud already at 96 again, has the limit. Does land that time. Now Spectre may not be able to use that counter trick again. Cloud has seen it once, he might have adjusted. You see Spectre still just kind of waiting for the Cloud to show some of that over-aggression, but he has not been blocking a lot of the forward airs coming out from Cloud during these approaches. Maybe some adjustment coming out from the Cloud of the Fighting Vipers. Just kind of dashing around the bottom of the stage here, knocking Spectre up. Now Spectre already at 127. So not out of the woods yet. And still too early to come up on the limit, so that time Cloud gets 2 limit KOs. Spectre knocks him off. This is the first time he's had an advantage in about a minute here. Tries to go for the Nair, which is a little bit too far below the stage. Cloud with the limit again. Spectre Nairs, pushes him out. Cloud able to get the limit and right into the big claws of K-Rool. And despite a late game scare, Spectre gets it done by score of 1-0. During the first round for the Eagles here today. Eagles up 1-0. We'll be right back in a few moments. Up next for the Eagles will be Ha-Cha. Ha-Cha is a senior this year and no stranger to competition at Elite Esports here. He is in one of our esports pathway classes, that being the leaderboard A. He can play just about any character available in this game, but choose to play a mixture of Terry, some Luigi. We haven't seen the Wario at all this season, but we have seen a lot of Terry and possibly some King K. Rool out from Ha-Cha. So we are on the map banning process right now, which I cannot see on the we cannot see on the stream. But to give you some updates, Town and City has been banned by Ha-Cha, so we will not be playing on Town and City. We'll see what the other maps the opponents select are. It looks like the stage we will be playing on for set number 2, which is Ha-Cha versus what will be a Steve and Alex player. It looks like we will be playing on Battlefield to start out set number 2 here. We are off with set number 2. It is Ha-Cha versus what will be a zombie. Zombie, of course, is the same as Steve and Alex. Ha-Cha immediately goes in to punch. Does not want Steve to get any more of those precious resources. Immediately goes in with the Buster Wolf. And a little Burning Geyser to try to get closer. But the zombie bats him away with a wooden sword. Ha-Cha leans in, jumps up, tries to kick him down. Ha-Cha going for some aerials to try to make an approach here and get a combo started. But Steve just able to kind of keep him away with some of those wooden tools. Ha-Cha wisely gets away from the falling anvil, but goes a little bit too far to the right, has to recover and go back to the center of the stage. This time he is able to get a jab and a quick little kickoff. Tries to go for an offstage punish, but realizes it's a little too risky. Instead goes for the grab, a couple pummels, chucks him onto the ground, now onto the stage. 5% 2 gets back on top, but right into what is a lethal Buster Wolf hit from Ha-Cha. Ha-Cha gets chunked by that big Maverick Cube, but it is tis but a scratch for his mighty Terry. Steve swipes away with the sword, tries to catch him off cliff with the little flint and steel move. Ha-Cha gets back on top. Now resets to neutral, tries to go in, aggressively goes in on top of the minecart. He's able to kick it away before it catches him like it did in that opening, those opening moments of the game. Ha-Cha again, edge guarding the Steve, and it looks like he's not going to be able to get back. The Elytra just did not reach far enough. Now Ha-Cha threatening for another 3-stock just like Spectre did in his opening game. Dances around the Magma Cube, does a little suplex, punches him away. And Hotshot running all over to Steve, kicking, punching, screaming, doing everything he can to secure the final stock here. Gets swiped again by the wooden sword. And despite all the big hits from the sword, just the fact that it is wooden has prevented things. But now he is upgraded to iron. Anything from that sword or that pickaxe is probably going to chunk Hotshot and knock him out. But not before he knocks out Viper's O2 first. Hotshot with an impressive 3-0. Dancing and running circles all around Steve. Secure the first round of set number 2. We'll be right back with the second round of set number 2 if Hotshot will be able to close this out and give the Eagles a 2-0 lead. We are back with round number 2 of set number 2. Once again, Hotshot versus the Steve on the side of the Fighting Vipers. So no changes except for the stage being Pokemon Stadium 2. Hotshot immediately goes in with a grab suplex. And a quick flurry of moves already gets Steve up to 46%. That time Steve grabs, throws him into the little fence. Whacks him with the wooden sword for good measure. Tries to edge guard him again with the edge and steel, or the flint and steel, but does not have the position to get Hotshot. Hotshot with a quick couple of jabs gets Vipers up to 82%. Tries to go for the smash attack, but he's a little bit too far away. That time counteracts the forward air coming out, gets rid of the crafting table, but not able to secure the KO right there. Another crafting table comes out, and Vipers is able to just swipe away at Hotshot. And that time is able to catch him with the anvil. So that's the first kill onto the Terry here. And Hotshot wastes no time stealing that KO right back. It's 2-2. Hotshot tries to lunge forward and grab. Steve gets back on top with the Elytra. Tries to go forward east side special, but this time gets a grab. Nice little down air. But nothing much else coming in for Hotshot. Shoulder charges him. Gets away from the anvil this time. He's able to punch him off and use that as an opening to get a stage advantage here. Vipers O2 tries to go in with the Elytra. Hotshot wisely getting away from the anvil once again. And Steve gets himself stuck underneath the platform. Another botched recovery. Steve, that's 2 KOs that Hotshot has earned just simply by the self-destructs coming out from the side of the Fighting Vipers. Now Hotshot just 1 KO away from giving the Eagles a commanding 2-0 lead. Gets chunked by the anvil once again. So that's twice. 2 big hits for the anvil. Gets away from that third one. And Vipers O2 getting lots of value from that down air. It hits hard. It hits like a truck. And Hotshot's been hit pretty hard, but he does have the go active. Tries to go for the Burning Geyser, but misses that time. Now to try and just get the secure the kill with the Burning Geyser, hoping that Vipers will land inside of it. And that time, leaves himself far too exposed for the side special Buster Wolf. The fully charged one, it's hard to survive from. And Hotshot knows that. And he knocks the Steve off to the left side of the screen, securing the round and the set. Eagles are up 2-0. And now stand 1 set away from walking away from today's game with a full sweep. The third player for the Eagles today will be none other than the X-Man. X-Man is in 11th grade and is a bona fide student leader at this school. He is running for class president, although it is not confirmed if he has won or not. But he is a born true leader, the captain of our Varsity Super Smash Bros. Team, and an incredible Incineroar player to boot. X-Man will be coming in to try to finish out the match and give the Eagles the victory. We are back with game number 3, or set number 3. Game number 1, it is going to be the X-Man going against the third player on Vipers, which is Hero, and already X-Men having some trouble trying to navigate the tricky arsenal of spells that Hero provides, going right to that giant bomb, and already suffering an early KO. X-Men looking to edgeguard here. Tries to find an opening to perhaps either smash attack him or go for an aerial. But now has to play around another one of these tricky spells. This time he goes in with the side special. Does not get the full value out of it though. Waits for Hero to land. Tries to go for a couple smash attacks. But he is able to just kind of swipe away at it. Hero now in a good position to probably take a 2-stock lead here. X-Men pushes him away with a back air. Patiently waits for him to get back onto the stage and try to trap him. And it uses the neutral B lariat spin to secure that. But unfortunately, immediately gets slept. We'll see if that Incineroar recovery can come through, and it does. He barely gets himself back on top of the stage. But again, already in a precarious position. He's going to have some catching up to do. Might be able to chain 1 or 2 more up airs together. Luckily gets away from the crackle slash. But gets caught out by the Sword of Hero. Tries to counter some of these attacks coming in, and X-Men just not able to get away from Hero, who is dashing around the map, swiping at him with the sword. The sword is mightier than the punch, and we've seen that so far in this particular matchup. And Hero using a sacrifice move. Not sure if that was the plan there, because it did not, in fact, KO X-Man. The DI, the directional influence from X-Man, did allow him to just live just for a moment there. A nice air dodge gets him away, and now it's 90 to 102. X-Man in a good position to perhaps do a smash attack. Both players just kind of respecting each other and the raw damage they can both do. X-Man waits out. The smash attack goes for the grab, and the throw. It redlines, but the DI does not get the KO. But X-Men patiently waits for him to get back onto the stage, fires up the up smash, and secures the first round in set 3. So that kamikaze move used by Hero to sacrifice a stock in order to do massive damage ends up being detrimental in the end, as X-Men was able to live a very strong attack coming through. Eagles now stand 3 stocks away from completing the sweep, but X-Men did struggle a little bit, so he has his work cut out for him in round number 2. We are back with round number 2 of set number 3. Once again, no changes coming out from either side character-wise. X-Men looking to close this out against Hero. Did have some trouble with Hero, but he was able to adjust over the course of the game. Hero comes in with the dash in the forward air. Counters with a nice side special. Does not get the full value out of it, but gets quite a bit of damage. Tries to edgeguard the lariat spin. Now Hero with 100 mana points. Has a lot to play around with. And could possibly land some big attacks on X-Man, especially if he exposed himself like that on the side special. Hero swipes away with the sword, pushing X-Men out, pushing him out again with the quick spells. X-Men lands on him with the neutral air, tries to go for the side B grab, but just a little bit too far away from that. Shields incoming attacks, bats him away with the neutral B. But Hero looks like he's doing a good job staying away from the side B grab that Incineroar has. It can do massive damage if it lands all those hits. X-Men pushes him out with the back air, but lunges a little bit too far to the right, and now it is Hero who has the advantage of the stage. And now batting him away, keeping the X-Man away with the short sword. X-Men tries to go for the opening, but Hero's right there, jabbing him, pushing him away. Trying to think of what spell to use. And X-Men caught in the swing of the sword, and X-Men dodges both spells, comes up right behind him, back airs him off to the side of the stage. Once again, great patience coming out from X-Men, both dodging both the sleep and that stun spell from Hero. And now X-Man zoning him out, tries to go for the aggressive spike, does zone out Hero. Both players recover to the stage. X-Men in a little bit of precarious position. He does get back up, barely lunging to the stage, but not able to escape. That X-Men just at a bit too high of a damage to get away from that spell, but was able to extend his lead a little bit. Now Hero in a position to be KO'd here, possibly by that, but X-Men goes to toss him in the air instead. Now Hero at 115. X-Men kicks him up with the up air, tries to go for the back air, but Hero's a little bit too far away. Hero swipes away. X-Men blocks the latest spell. Lariat spins. The Hero doing a good job keeping his distance. Now that lead has become a little bit slimmer. X-Men once again with a key shield onto the sleeping attack. X-Men not really been able to get much on the stage here. Goes for a quick little dash attack to bat him away, but it's not enough to redline. That might be enough to do that. And X-Men with his second KO. Despite not being able to touch the stage for a good chunk of that, he was able to recover and secure the second stock before his goes away. Now X-Men in a position to edgeguard, tries to go for the offstage spike, but ends up being a little bit too aggressive and getting swiped away instead. Now X-Men also at 1 health. Hero heals himself a little bit. X-Men gets that damage right back. But who knows, that could be the difference coming down to the wire here. This is probably the closest match we've had all day. And X-Men looking to close this out and making this a clean sweep for the Eagles. Goes for a grab. Now puts Hero at 89. But again, Hero has all those mana points to play around with. X-Men is still going to have to be careful. He goes for another grab and punish. And that is going to be it. The second consecutive side B KO for the X-Men secures the set. That is game, set, and match for the Eagles. A clean sweep, 3-0 against the Fighting Vipers, as the varsity team improves to 3-1. Impressive stuff by the varsity team today. Everyone playing their main characters, everyone contributing to a win, and a good one at that. Varsity team stands at 3-1. An update from the JV squad: they have won their first game today as well, as they improved to 1-3. We'll return this Friday with some middle school Super Smash Bros. Matches at 4 p.m.